Hey everybody, welcome back to Omega Zone Gaming, and today we finally have it. The review of Ni no Kuni 2, Revenant Kingdom. So what is this game exactly like? It is the sequel to Ni no Kuni. Although it does things way different than the first game. So the basic story is this gentleman right here, Roland, is the president of a nondescript country in our world. Let's just say the United States, since the emblems are the United States and for the game. Evan, our little cat kid here, is the prince slash king, just made king. His father was just died basically of Ding Dong Dell. At the beginning, the rats from the sewer at Ding Dong Dell throw a coup of sorts and come in and basically take over. So I'm not going to go any further into the plot than that, because you all deserve to play this game. The plot is excellent, though. A 5 out of 5 easily. It gets better as the story goes on. You meet so many colorful characters, and you go to so many different places. Now, on to graphics. This has a unique anime style based off the Studio Ghibli art style. Studio Ghibli worked on the first game. Unfortunately, they did not come back for the second game. However, some of their directors did come over to help Level 5. And it still conforms to that art style. This is just inside my own kingdom. Now, there is multiple forms of the art style too. When we go out here, as soon as it loads, this is kingdom building mode. So as you see, I got a bunch of buildings and stuff, and it's chibi-like. It's almost like the Wii games that were made around building a kingdom, the My Kingdom series and stuff like that. And then you are still chibi'd when you go out into the world map. I will show you that. Now, this splits into two different variants of action. So, when you're on the world map, just sort of like a traditional RPG, you go into a battle zone.
Watch your back.
And as you can see, the graphics are very pretty within the battle zone, too. And if you get into a battle in like a cave or a dungeon, you go straight into it. The graphics are a 5 out of 5, hands down. Now, let's go on to the audio. The music is amazing. From orchestral tones when you're out exploring the world to this more laid-back music when you're in, to, you know, customizing your town.
Hey.
You know, all that stuff works together. Where they did screw up, however, is Ni no Kuni 1 was known for its voice acting. Very blatantly. Almost every scene, even when you were walking around, had voice acting. Not true this game. Major scenes will have voice acting. Anything minor, unfortunately, will not. Weapons do sound like weapons. When you fire a gun or a bow, it sounds like a gun or a bow. So there's no complaints on that portion. I just wish that Ni no Kuni voice acting that was from the first game was prevalent all throughout Ni no Kuni 2. It's a little bit of a shame, and I do gotta dock a point for that. It's a 4 out of 5 in the audio, but just for the fact that it's missing some of the voice acting. If you really don't care about voice acting, it's not that big of a deal. Okay, so on to gameplay. Gameplay fractures into 3 parts. First, we'll go over the menu. So you have your equipment and skills. You can equip 3 main weapons, and your strongest weapons will always be at the top. You can also equip a sidearm. You also have your generalized equipment. Once again, always at the top for each item. And then your skills, which are pretty unique for each character. Party allows you to shift your party around, decide who you want in and out of it, and who your leader is going to be. I always go with Roland because he's the most balanced character I've noticed. Items. This is just where you store your items at. You got multiple pouches for everything from weapons to base items to consumables to important items to materials. Quests, you can take on multiple different quests. You have your main story quests. I'm in 6-1 as you can see right now. You also have these side stories. Now, in most cases, the side stories will help you recruit new characters to your city. Well, your kingdom, really. And then you have nondescript quests, which I haven't unlocked yet. You have a tactics tweaker. So, instead of giving you skill points and a lot of complicated stuff to take care of, you basically earn battle points. These allow you to level up these areas here, which allow you to tweak certain settings of the game. So let's hit that, and it'll give us a point. So let's say I wanted to set up my brutality to max level. I can do that now. Same thing here. Let's spin another set, and now I can choose to level up one of these elements here. Let's level up so I am less likely to be put to sleep. So not as bad, not as brutal as most RPGs with skill points. Everything else is handled on its own. You have your muster forces. So the forces come in to play on the fact that you need military might. I will show you why in just a minute. And then your library, which is your journal, all that normal stuff. You also have a system menu, which will allow you save, load, options, and return to this title screen. Now, in your kingdom, you have construction-based stuff. You can manage your kingdom, collect money and items, manage your citizens and your facilities and research. So let's go into manage my kingdom. Now you gotta be a certain one to expand it. I haven't met those conditions yet. A lot of things it'll tell you your conditions. This case, it doesn't seem to. But let's go to one of these. So, Evermore Weapons Shop. You can assign personnel, level up your facility, and research. See, I don't have enough influence to research yet. Nor cost. Well, I do have the cost, but I don't have the necessary gout yet. And it works very similar to everything like that. I can level up my facility here, and the building will actually change. So, that is Kingdom 101 for you. It tells you when you play the game that you have to do it through the throne. You don't. You just need to be in town. Okay, so combat plays into 2 different forms. You have your generalized combat. Let's go find an enemy and we'll show you. You can switch your weapons at will by setting it to manual, which will allow you to easily do special attacks. So switching your weapons is as simple as hitting L2. Dodging is L1. R1 fires your firearm. And holding R2 allows you to select your skills. Like so. So that's the basics for general combat. Now, there is a second form of combat in this game. Which are sort of like the little tactical game from Type 0, where you have a bunch of soldiers following you around. Very similar. We'll show you this. You actually don't enact anything. You can bolster your forces if you got enough. And then just mobilize your forces until you have some more stuff. So you just go up to them. You can do a few special skills, but basically the game just acts on its own. So you see the game pretty much just acts on its own here. I can get my troops back by holding down certain buttons. Circle and square for the most part. You have special attacks, like for 400 of my military might, I can summon jets in that will bomb the area. And this one is apparently a timed event, just driving invaders away.
All right.
Listen, you! Follow my lead!
So yeah, it's just doing this over and over again. It's a fun little diversion. Don't wrap yourself into it too hard. It's not something you're gonna play for hours on end.
All right.
But it is a fun little diversion. So we're gonna go ahead and finish this one up by driving the forces, continuously attacking the forces. Let's get back over here and take down the next set. And we'll just keep doing this until they kind of just stop coming. I wonder how long that's going to be. I've never played this part, actually. Well, I've never played this particular mission, I should say. Okay, that looks like that might be it. I don't know for sure, though. Nope. More guys over there. Okay, so we took down one group. Let's take down the next group. Okay, I took down another high chair one, so let's go and clean up the grunts. Jesus Christ, got back over on that end. Don't make this easy for this one. So I'm guessing your town can take damage. Your kingdom can take damage. As I said, I've never done the invading army one. I've been too busy playing the main story. I don't know how many more I have left to go either, which is getting kind of annoying. Okay, it looks like that might have been it. Yep, okay, so that was the last of them. So, and that's the basics of that little mini game. As I said, I wouldn't pour too much time in it, but if you need a distraction, it's there. If you're the story is getting a little too much for you, and you don't want to, you know, go level, that will give you something to do. The last little bit is trapdoors. So trapdoors are fast travel spots. Once you unlock them, you can travel anywhere in the world. So let's go ahead and travel to Hydropolis real quick. This is a water city that you get about, for me it was about 17 hours into the game, but I spent a lot more time leveling. I am already a lot stronger than most of the enemies around this area, so you could get it much sooner. So as you see, we fast traveled here. It's a nice little city with a freaky eyeball sticking out the middle of it. But it's there. And you have your normal RPG fare, shops and the like, where you can buy new weapons and equipment. Although I don't recommend buying weapons and equipment, you get a nut, unless you use all the tweakers straight for nothing but experience, you will get enough weapons and items throughout the game. Okay, guys? Overall, the gameplay is a 5 out of 5. It is stellar, it is easy, it is fun, it doesn't expect too much of you, it doesn't treat you like an idiot either. You know, it's just that right mix. So, we gave everything aside from audio a 5 out of 5. Audio got a 4 out of 5 due to the lack of voice acting in certain spots. Ni no Kuni 2 is an easy 5 out of 5. Easy, worth the $60. Hell, I would even worth the $80 for the season pass. Especially considering that's supposed to be a lot of new story content. I love Ni no Kuni 2. I think it is one of the best JRPGs out on the console currently. It is a head-to-head between that and Persona 5. It really is. This is definitely the best RPG of 2018. So, as I said, I do recommend buying Ni no Kuni 2. Have fun with it, enjoy it. I believe there's a new Game Plus mode, although I have not beaten the game yet, so I would not know for sure. But everything ties together. What Ni no Kuni 2 does different than the first game is the first game had a lot of backtracking between the Ni no Kuni world and the real world, whereas this, you are in Ni no Kuni all the time. They made that different by having you travel to these different continents, traveling to, you know, doing to the other kingdoms to foster friendships, doing all the side quest stuff that builds your empire. That's what they did different in this game, and that is what they needed to do different. I will be back probably later today with the Secret of Mana PS4 review. I also will most likely get a quick Omega Zone quick review out for the new Kirby game on the Switch. Until next time, this is Omega Zone Gaming, and I am out.